Alright, let me see here. How far do I need to back up? Hi guys, I'm your host, Keeley Kyrie 2010, and welcome to my area of my awesome bookshelf. I freaking love this thing. It's actually 2 bookshelves in one, and that I recently bought. Got my stuff that I've created, and all my manga, and my video games are on this side. So yeah, I don't have very many video games. That's all I have right there. And some of them are sitting on my entertainment center. But anyways, this video is to talk about problems and how to deal with them, pretty much. Family problems. Let's start with that. We're going to do family problems, and then the next video is going to be about friend problems. Alright, so I have family problems. Everybody has family problems. And mine in particular is the fact that my mother does not like anime or video games whatsoever. I know, right? Hard to believe when I have most of my stuff and video games and all that. Because I get a lot of people all like, well, how did you live like that and still be able to do your stuff? Well, if you go back to one of my how to make videos, one of my make videos, I'm so quiet. So very quiet, because I'm literally sitting in the corner of my mom's house in my bedroom that I used to live in. And I did not, and I had a little bit of music playing so that way I wouldn't get in trouble, but I am so quiet that you cannot hear me. Literally, you cannot hear me because I'm so nervous about what my mother would say. And like, the funny thing is the yarn that I showed you actually disappeared right after the video. So I know if my mother is watching this, I have no regrets of what I'm saying. I really don't, because I wish she would treat me like an adult and not childish. I wish that she would, understand that I do like video games, even though I am a girl, and I do like anime and manga, and this is my hobby. YouTube is one of my hobbies besides cosplaying, trying to do skits, photo shoots and photoshopping, reading, video games, and let's plays, and even blogging. This is going to be a new thing on my channel as well. So, but yes, she hates it all together. I would literally I have my Sebastian bag with me, and it's kind of like a computer bag kind of thing, and it has Sebastian Michaelis on it from Black Butler. And I bought that in California when we were going on a trip, and she just had this, she hated me throughout the whole entire day. Yes, and it was an expensive bag, but I saved up so much money that it was fine with me for spending it. That's why I wear it a lot, because I spent I think $50, no, maybe a little less for this bag, and I love this bag to death, and it was like my first actual bag that I really loved. The other thing is I bought several wall posters while I was there, and she was livid. My uncle was the one who took me to the Chinatown or Japanese town, whatever you want to call it, in California, and it was beautiful. I got to learn stuff. My mom was just miserable the whole entire time, and she was trying to make me feel miserable too, but at the same time, I was having such a blast, I really didn't care. So, another thing is here's a good tip for the whole ordeal with me and my mother. I do not give her the satisfaction. I do not fight with her. I get up. If the situation gets nasty like it did a couple days ago, because she's not talking to me now, once again, we went to a hockey game, and she got irritated at the fact that I was wearing the logo of the team, and I was wearing jeans. I know. Odd, right? And then I had a jacket over the top because it was a little bit cold out. It was cold enough that you had to have a jacket on. So she had this huge argument over the fact about my clothing. And I was all like, really? And she's like, we were going to go out to dinner. I was like, well, you didn't tell me that I had to dress up to go to dinner. And this is what normal people would wear to go to a hockey game. They're wearing the logos. They have the cowbells and all this other stuff. But yeah, she was just all over me on it. And I was just irritated. Especially, she wouldn't stop talking about my damn bag. I was sitting there, I'm like, I'm sorry. This is the only bag that can hold what I need and not be bulky and not be funny looking or be too heavy for my arm. So she just on and on and on. So to diffuse the situation in the whole ordeal, walking away is another one. You know, literally telling them, look, I'm here to have a good time with you guys. I'm not here to fight or argue. If you want to do that, then I'm just going to leave because I'm not interested in this. Getting up and moving is the best ordeal. Literally saying those lines in the whole situation. I'm not interested in this. I just want to have a good time. I'm here to hang out with you guys. If you're here to fight, I'm not interested. And I literally got up and walked away. It was ridiculous. You know, it's every time we try and hang out, we have a problem. But on the other hand, hanging out with my other family members that I'm not supposed to hang out with anyways, I hang out with them and I have a great time. We talk, we update each other on what's going on in people's lives and all this other sorts of stuff. And, you know, we're just great. We're just great together. We are. But on the other hand, my mom had a feud with grandma and my aunt and my cousin, so now we're not allowed to talk to them anymore. But since I live on my own now, I don't technically have to follow those rules anymore. So I don't hook up with them every day, but every couple weeks, I decide to go and hang out with my aunt and my cousin's son and her and my cousin. And, heck, I've even ran into grandma at her job, but, you know, they're bad people, according to my mom. They weren't there to support me, according to my mom. I don't care. You know what? They're my family. They're my bloodline. I'm going to hang out with them. I just won't tell you, and we'll just call it good. You know, and I've never ever hated anybody in my life. And this is the honest truth. I've disliked people, you know, I don't like that coworker. She's a bit, but I've never actually hated somebody. I mean, never. You know, maybe when I was younger, obviously, duh, course. But I'm talking about in my adult life. I really hate my mom. To be honest, I really do. Because I know some of the stuff that she does is because she's my mother. And the fact that sorry, I'm checking for time. And the fact that she's trying to be there for me. But you go all out and try to control what I wear, control where I work, control what I play, control what I do. You know, not happening. Just a couple days ago, she threw a huge fit at the fact that I spent $14 on going to the hookah lounge. Or I spent, how much was that game? I don't remember. Like $18, I think, was that game. And she would have a fit. I said, Mom, my bills are paid. Everything's taken care of. I have food. I need to have a little bit fun and do my own thing, you know, not just work and eat, go to bed, get up and do the same thing over and over again and over and over again and over and over again. It gets old. So, I mean, she goes out and parties. Why can't I go out and party? You know, she drinks. I don't. Big deal. You know, I don't get it. I really just don't get it. You know, she's always telling me, I can't do this. I can't do that. That's not good. That's not good enough. This isn't good. This is bad. Your friends are using you. You know this, you know that. I'm only 22 years old. I'm still learning how to do things on my own. Let me be me. I don't live for you. I live for me. You don't like what I do? I'm sorry. Just don't watch it. Don't listen to it. Don't look at it, for God's sakes. If you don't like me posting on Facebook, I literally had to unfriend her on Facebook because she was just, she was just starting stuff that didn't need to be started. It was so irritating. I just didn't know what to do anymore. So I unfriended her from Facebook. I tried and be nice as I could and literally tell her to leave me alone and stop telling me what to do in the nicest way I could. But then all of a sudden, like during Christmas time, it just fell into pieces. And, you know, she's like expecting me to go to church. She's expecting me to do this. She's expecting me to do that. I'm like, I'm still young. I want to go and have fun. Let me do my own thing. I understand that you expect me to do certain things with you guys, and I will go out to dinner and chip in a little bit if I have to, or I will go to a hockey game and pay for my own ticket, or whatever it is that we do together. But come on, don't start an issue on either what I wear. You act like I'm wearing nothing but my underwear that day. I swear, it's like I was wearing something entirely perverted to her. The way she looked at me was like, you're really wearing that? Really? Like, it was disgusting in her eyes. I'm like, I could be doing way worse. I could be doing drugs. I could be an alcoholic. I could be running the streets. I could have no job. I could be doing way worse things. And here she's dissing me about the fact that some of my money goes to my video games, some of my money goes to my manga, and some of my money goes to cosplaying and the convention that I go to every year. Why does it matter? As long as my bills are paid, there's food in my fridge, there's a roof over my head, there's lights on in my apartment, I don't see why I shouldn't be able to spend a little bit of money by pre-ordering a game and then finally paying it off a couple days later or a couple months later, because it doesn't come out till next month. So I just finished with my last paycheck from a couple days ago paying it off. So I don't see the problem. In the description box will be about friends' problems and how to deal with them. So I hope this video was a bit enlightenment about my family and how crazy my mother is. And if you want to hear more detail on how really crazy my mother is, feel free to let me know and I will totally do a video on it. But next up is friends' problems. But yeah, just walk away. Just ignore it. You know, you can't pick your family at all, you know, just suck it up. And, you know, if you're living with a terrible family that are like that and all that jazz, just do the yep, you're right, yep, you're right. You'll see how much of a difference you diffuse the situation. Even though in your heart that you know that you are right, let them be them. Let them do their own thing. Just agree with them. Just diffuse the situation. You don't need to keep going. That'll get you grounded or kicked out or whatever. Just diffuse the situation. So, alright, I'm your host, Keely Kyrie 2010. Feel free to subscribe today. If you are new to this channel, check out my Let's Plays, cosplay tutorials, and so much more. Peace out, guys, and in the description box will be the next video, how to deal with friend problems. Bye, guys!